Hi, Melissa here from My Migraine Coach, and today we're going to be talking about mindset and action. So welcome to today's Mindset Masterclass. Why do we do what we do when we know what we know? We have the knowledge, but we're still not actioning it. I want to make sure that all the learning you're doing about what you can do to help your migraine isn't just about education, just knowledge. I want to make sure it's about action. So today we're going to be talking about mindset and action. First, I want to talk about focus. So when we're in chronic pain, it consumes us. Between all the symptoms that we have, and we're dealing with possibly judgment from our family, our friends, and our colleagues because they don't understand this invisible illness that we're suffering from. The doctor's visits, getting prescriptions filled, the list goes on and on. The point is, we are focused on our condition. We are focused on migraine. And what the research shows us is where our focus goes, our energy flows. If we want to change our lives, we need to change what we are focusing on. So let's start looking for the positives, the good experience, or as I call them, the sunshine moments in our lives. And we want to focus on that. This is what we should be thinking about when we wake up in the morning, before we go to sleep at night, and every moment in between. Focusing on improving our health, taking back control, taking responsibility, not giving this away to your doctors or health practitioners. Although they're integral to our journey, it is our journey, and we need to make sure that we're not just a passive observer in the management of our migraine, but rather an active pursuer of our health. We can't cure migraine. We all know that. Anyone that claims that they can is lying, but we can make a huge difference. You can make a huge difference to your life, to your migraine, if you take action. Yes, you'll have that voice in your head, fear and doubt in your mind. We all do. The body resists change, but know this, your migraine won't change if you don't take action. I love this quote from Albert Einstein. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And it just could not be more true. The most important thing for taking sustained action is knowing your why. Why do you want to get rid of these migraine attacks? How are they affecting your life? Why are you doing my courses, listening to this video, reading my social media posts? Why do you want to say goodbye to migraine? And the answer is not just a vague, oh, I'm tired, I'm sick of pain. It's deeper than that. We need to look for the emotional event or the time when a switch was clicked and you finally had enough. Maybe it was missing out on a special occasion like a wedding. Maybe it was losing your job because you were unreliable. Maybe it was the look on your child's face when you said, no, honey, sorry, I can't. Mummy's got a headache and I need to go and lie down. Everyone has a moment that drives them to want to make change. And if you can get in touch with your moment, what is driving you to become a better version of you, to take control of migraine? So I recommend you stop this recording and write it down. Whatever first comes to mind, that real emotional event, the stronger the emotional connection, the more likely you are to actually make change. So write down whatever is in your mind, and that's something that you can refer back to maybe when you're slipping up and you're losing those action steps that you're trying to implement. Once you know what your why is, you need to know what your what is. What do you need to do? Well, this is where I come in, and I've put all the knowledge that you need together in my course, Thriving with Migraine, the Roadmap to Success. So if you haven't done that course yet, I highly recommend it because it will give you all of the what, all of the action steps, everything you need to know, the knowledge that you then need to put into action for yourself. You don't have to do the research because I've already done it for you. Do the course, but more importantly, actively do the course. Whenever you're learning, any learning, whether it's my course or anything else, write things down, print out and complete the worksheets. Taking action will increase your retention. Research shows us that you'll remember 40 to 50% more if you're writing things down than just actively listening. But you need more than knowledge. You've got your why, you've got your what, but it's still not enough. You need to visualize how you'll feel once you have taken this action. So we need to bring the emotions into it. We need to trick the brain into thinking that we're already doing it. Give yourself a head start. You have the potential to take control of migraine. You know what actions you need to take and what results you can achieve, but you have to believe or have certainty. You have to tell yourself with absolute certainty that you can do this and that it will work, that it is worth it. Without that belief, that certainty, you'll give up at the first sign of failure. The next migraine attack you get, you'll give up. No, you need to believe that this will work if you persist. The research shows us that it will work, but it won't happen overnight. You will still continue to get migraines. They may be less severe, they may be less often, but this is going to be a work in progress. So you've got to have that end sight in mind and really have that certainty and that belief around it. So once you know your why and your what, and you've got that emotional connection, we need to make it happen. And this will only happen if you schedule and prioritize the actions you want to take. You need to make it non-negotiable. Once you get to this stage, hopefully you're excited to master your migraine. You believe you can do this, but start with small steps. If you start too big, it'll all be too much overwhelming. You'll come crashing down and you'll stop everything. So start with small steps so you don't get overwhelmed. Once you start to see results, you will build momentum and then you can add other changes into your life and it will become easier and easier. So how can we guarantee success? How can you master your migraine? So first, you've got to have the cognitive understanding. You need to know what to do. You might need to listen to the course a few times over, even a number of times, revisit it. You might revisit it in a month, but you've got to have that deep cognitive understanding. Then you've got to have the emotional connection. When you associate pleasure with your action, you visualize the feeling of freedom from migraine, and you associate pain with your failure to act, then you will act. You will do it because you want more pleasure, more than you want the pain. So we have our cognitive understanding, our emotional connection. Next, we need to work on physical mastery, and that comes with repetition. So what action steps you've resonated with throughout the course, you're going to start with those, and you're just going to start small, but you're going to do them over and over and over again until it becomes automatic. And the change becomes the new you without you even having to think about it. It might be that you just get up and go for a walk every morning, or you're having 8 glasses of water a day, but it's just happening like on automation. You're not having to cognitively think about it, and then you can bring new steps into your life. It'll be different for everyone, but it will be worth it. You have to do this. Create the right habits and make them stick. Be obsessed. Take small steps, but be relentless and take consistent action. I am here to be on this journey with you. I've made all of my courses and masterclasses with lifetime access because I know you will have hiccups along the way. We all do. And I want you to be able to revisit this knowledge whenever you need to.